I like bait and tackle, but I'm more into, you know, good quality lines, reels and rods. But it's interesting to see how they react so differently to different baits. It's a good cast. They can really close their jaws, so it's hard to grab them by the gills sometimes. They're so strong. This would be a huge Zander taking a bite out of this fella. You do not want to pick a fight with a big Zander. This one got away, fortunately. My name is Albin Sharghi. I am a product manager and partner of Mojo Boats. We are a boat retailer in Sweden. So Mojo Boats, we are a retailer of White River Marine Group boats, Tracker, Nitro, Ranger, etc. We also are exclusive with Power Pole in Scandinavia. I would guess we do about 200 new boats a year, and we do a lot of resales as well. When it comes to marine electronics, Lawrence, Humminbird, Garmin, everything from rod holders to trailer accessories. And we also have a good selection of custom-made lures for pike fishing, which is popular in Sweden, that our good friends and customers make. We have some really talented lure builders that are customers of ours. So this is Sweden, as you can see, long country. We're right in the middle of these lakes here. We have big lakes, we have small lakes, we have a lot of rivers. We have both salt water, and on the east coast we have brackish water. And brackish water will also hold freshwater fish. So this is just the central area. You have Stockholm over here, you have Gothenburg down here, which are the two biggest cities in Sweden. And we are situated right here, near the big lakes and in the center of Sweden, and centrally located in Scandinavia as well. We are currently in my local lake. We have a big ridge east to west, and we have a fault line that's like a drop-off, where we have a south end that is very deep and we have a north end that is more shallow. And we're fishing right at the drop-off, and we are mainly targeting Zander. Oh, lost it. I fish here a lot. We've been doing this type of fishing in the pelagic using soft baits for a few years now, targeting the fish with a live imaging sonar. There were actually two, so maybe there's one still out there. It's just a lot of fun. But also we do some snap jigging. We hop some swim baits over the bottom with heavy jig heads, and we catch medium-sized fish, and sometimes some big ones over rocky areas like riprap, shallow flats and such. We also do a lot of pike fishing using bigger swim baits and gliders and big soft baits. I have some of these big soft baits that are shredded, especially this color. They love it. Absolutely shredded. I've got like 5 of them that I can't use. Here's one. I think I've caught 3, 4. I think I've caught 4 over 20 pounds on this one. This is a glider called Buster Yerk. Classic Swedish design. Completely chewed. Japanese swim baits. Super expensive, but works great. And with the perch fishing, use a lot of jerk baits, crank baits, cross, creature baits. And that's just a small portion of it. We also have a lot of salmon and trout fishery, trolling, spinning, fly fishing up in the north. I can't stand blunt hooks. I'm allergic to it. If you're out in my boat and you have your bait and tackle with you and you have blunt hooks, then I'm gonna drop you on the shore. Have you fish from the shore all day. That's a good one. Oh, huge Zander. So the area where we are, huge one, could be compared to the climate of like Wisconsin or Minnesota. And if you would call that the land of 10,000 lakes, you could call Sweden the land of 1,000,000 lakes, because we have so many lakes. So a Zander is like a walleye, but a lot bigger. Come on, man. Look at this one. They have big teeth, they have that, you know, the big pectoral fin. Specimens weighing up to 20 pounds is not impossible to catch if you're really keen on targeting Zander. This is a male. Long, skinny, scarred, old warrior. They have a good activity in the nights, but if you're in stained water like we are now, you can catch them all day. As soon as you have a little bit more of clear water conditions, usually the fishing is tough and you need to go in the darker hours of the day. You can catch big Zander all year long, but the springtime and the summertime is where they are most active. When the surface water is warm, the fish could go into shock, and to get them to snap out of it, you can just gently tap their heads and they'll go, and they can swim down to colder water. Once a pike is really, you know, super slow and worked out, it could be really difficult to get it going in warmer temperature. I mean, the surface water isn't that hot at the moment, but in the middle of the summer it could be really tough. So I usually don't fish for pike in this super warm weather. But Zander, they're okay. They can take it, as long as you just give them a nudge. We have something in Sweden where in the big lakes and on the coastal lines, it's free to fish for everyone. You don't need a special license, as long as you don't troll, because if you fish multiple rods behind the boat, you need to be at least 1,000 feet from a shoreline. And when it comes to preservation, we don't have these big, you know, organizations like you have in the States that restock the lakes. It's up to each owner of the water to create a fishing license and use that money to restock, especially when it comes to Zander fishing like we are doing today. They're not native to the country. They've been introduced many years back. They do reproduce themselves, but in lakes with a lot of pressure, they need to be restocked. In a lake like this, typically that price is like 100 to 150 bucks for a year. For me, it's perfect because I do ice fishing and I do fishing over here in this lake all year round. And Sweden has no big regulations on boating, which makes it easy to own a boat and to launch a boat and to have a boat on the water. Tournament fishing is growing, fishing as a whole is growing. We have a super bright future, and I'm looking forward to see what the future has to hold. Look at the teeth, like a vampire. Yes! Here we go.